Thank you, Hitesh, Hitansh. Thank you. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about some previous year questions. Okay, so you guys are ready? Okay, then I'm sharing the screen. I hope it's visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So very first question is that consider the following statement, right? Thus, the sex of the child is determined by what it inherits from mother. Second one is that the sex of the child determined by what it inherits from father. Third option is probability of the having male child is more than a female. And fourth one is the sex of the child is determined at the time of fertilization when male and female gamete fuses to form a zygote. So
Sir,
what do
option B.
which option?
B.
Option B.
B means 2 and 4, you are right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah. Father and fourth one, the sex of the child determined at the time of fertilization, right? As we know that father contains two type of chromosomes, right? That is X and Y. But mother contains only X and X chromosome. So when X chromosome fuse with the X chromosome of female, it will result into girl child, right? And when Y chromosome will fuse with the X chromosome, it will result into
Boy.
male or a boy child. So option B is the correct. Okay, right. Nice. Okay. Then the next question is, it's visible clearly, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So next question is chromosomes, about the chromosomes. So there are four options. Carry heredity information from parents to next generation. They are the thread-like structure located inside the nucleus of animal, always exist in pair in human reproductive cell and are involved in the process of cell division. So what should be answer? Anybody? No one? Okay. See,
Option B.
option B,
Again.
no, 3 and 4 always exist in pair and involves in the cell. Okay, option 4 is correct that they are always involved in the cell division. But here it is written always exist in a pair in human reproductive system. So chromosomes are only available in reproductive cells. No, in our body there are two types of cells, somatic cell and gametic cell. So gametic cells are mainly reproductive cells and chromosomes are present in both types of the cell. So option 4 is correct, and with this option, carry heredity information from parents to next generation. Means option 1 is also correct. So that means option D. Okay. And why option B is wrong? Second is wrong. Anyone?
Because it's not, it doesn't exist inside the nucleus.
Uh, what is written here? Chromosomes are the thread-like structure located inside the nucleus of an animal. So is chromosome is only located inside the nucleus of animal, not
No,
inside
sir.
plant?
It's located inside the cell. So,
Yeah, they are located inside the nucleus, but in plants also. That's why option B and C is wrong. That's why option 1 and 4 is correct. So option D will be the right answer, right? Okay. And if you want to write, and you can write, okay? If you feel that the point is important, or I will tell you, so you can write that. Now the next question is, in a nerve cell, the site where the electrical impulse is converted into chemical signals is known as, let me draw a diagram of a neuron first. Yeah, this is only making a rough diagram. And do you know the name of the part where one neuron is connected with another neuron? Yeah, Hitansh.
Well,
Yeah, good. It's synapse. But what happens if a neuron is connected with a muscles? For example, here neuron ends and here muscles are present. So what we will call this structure?
Neuromuscular junction.
Yeah, it will be called as neuromuscular junction. And at neuromuscular junction, some of the neurotransmitters are present. Do you remember the name of that neurotransmitter? It's acetylcholine, which helps in the transmission of electrical impulse. So the option C will be correct. Okay, let's move to the next question. A stomata closes when it need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. What is written here? Stomata closes. So don't get confused. It needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Second one is that it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Water flow out of guard cell. And the fourth one is water flow into the guard cell. So what
C.
I'm making stomata.
Option C.
Option C means you are saying about the 2 and 3. Water flows out of the guard cell, okay, and it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Yes. So what will happen when there is no need of photosynthesis? Obviously, the stomata will not open, right? And the third point is that when water will come out from the stomata, what will happen? These guard cell will shrink and will close the stomatal pore. So option C is correct. Okay. Then the next question. Identify the food chain in which the organism of the second trophic level are missing. Second trophic level. This is a trophic level. Producer. We can say it as consumers also or primary consumers. And then tertiary and all. So can you tell me the answer? Identify
Option C.
option.
C.
Option C. Let me see. Okay. Tiger, grass, snake, and frog. Okay. Grass is a producer, but no one is no one is an option that will eat the grass, right? So secondary producer or second trophic level organism second trophic level is absent. That's why the option C is the correct answer. Next question is, I think, very easy question. In which of the following organism multiple fission is a means of asexual reproduction?
Plasmodium.
Plasmodium.
Yeah, it's a plasmodium because what happens inside plasmodium? This is plasmodium. Can you tell me the name of the outer cover which gives a protection? And
Cell membrane.
no,
So is it cyst?
yeah, it's a cyst. Very good. So what happens inside the cyst? There are so many plasmodium cells are present, and they divide by the help of multiple fission. What time at the a times comes when these cell get matures and this cyst get burst, and these plasmodium comes out. Okay, plasmodium is responsible for which disease?
Malaria.
Yeah, it's for the malaria. Very good, Hitansh. Okay, the next question is accumulation of harmful chemical is maximum in the organism at the highest trophic level of a food chain. And second point is the harmful chemical are sprayed on the crops to protect them from disease and pest. Can you connect this question from which topic we are dealing here?
Biology modification.
What?
Biological magnification.
Yeah, it's a biological magnification, or simply we can call it as biomagnification. Okay, biomagnification. In biomagnification, what happens? That the amount harmful substance or toxic substance is higher at the tropic level. Okay, so option A means assertion is correct, but can you relate this assertion with the reason that it is correct or wrong?
The reason is not the correct explanation for the assumption.
Oh, yeah. Assertion is correct because it's related to biomagnification, but the reason is not correct with the biomagnification, right? Because we are talking about something else, that harmful chemical are sprayed on the crop to protect them from disease and pest. There is no any logic that it is connecting to each other. So option B will be correct. Both assertion and reasons are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion A. Okay. Okay. The next question is, the rate of breathing in an aquatic organism is much faster than in terrestrial organism, right? Assertion is correct. Because in water, what happens? The amount of oxygen is low, and in terrestrial, for terrestrial organism, amount of air is abundant in our atmosphere, so we can easily respire. And the reason is that amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very high. Here is, this point is only wrong, that very high as compared to amount of oxygen is air. So what will be the answer?
Option C. A is true, but R is false.
A is true, but R is false, because you can see here what is written, that the amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very high, but it should be low. So option C is correct answer. So till here we completed one number question, that is MCQs. Okay, students. And after that, we will start 2 marks questions. Okay. Here is a question in which you can see that you have to give a role, means function of each. So what is the function of hydrochloric acid?
So can it be that it creates an acidic medium for pepsin?
Sorry, what?
So can it be that it creates an acidic medium for pepsin to act?
Yeah. Hydrochloric acid has many functions. So as you told, that first one is that it makes an acidic medium. It creates acidic medium so that pepsin will act, right? And second, what should be second? That hydrochloric acid is a strong acid, so it will kill the germs. It will kill the germs. Okay. Then second option is villi. Tell me that where is villi is present? What is the location of villi?
Oh, so the wall of the small intestine.
Yeah, villi is present in the wall of the small intestine. So villi will do what villi will do? Okay, I'm making the diagram of a small intestine. So I'm making a small intestine. This is small intestine TS section, and villi are the finger-like projection present inside the small intestine. What these villi do when the food passes, when the food passes from this villi, what happens? This food gets in contact with the villi, and they are acting as a finger-like projection, and they increases the surface area. What they increases?
Surface area.
Surface area for the absorption of,
Digest.
Digested food.
yeah, we can say that digested food, or we can say nutrients, because food contains what? Nutrient. Surface area for the absorption of nutrients. For the absorption nutrient. Okay. Third question is anal sphincter.
So removal of waste from anus via the anal
I
sphincter. Removal of waste.
Yeah, it controls, or we can say it regulates the food. For example, you can see this. So what happens when food comes from here, they get stored in the rectum, but there is a sphincter present in the anus, and they regulate the passing of the food. Understood? And the last one is the lipase.
Breakdown of emulsified fats.
Breakdowns of emulsified fats into fatty
Yeah.
acid and glycerol.
Yeah, very good. So lipase helps in the breakdown of emulsified fat. Okay, lipase is present in which enzyme, or lipase is released from which gland?
Pancreatic gland?
Oh,
Pancreas.
Yeah, it's a
Pancreas, sorry.
breakdown of emulsified fat. Why we are saying as a emulsified fat?
Because like the fats are already broken on earlier, so to break them on further.
Yeah, very good, nice. Because fats are already broken down by the bile salt, right? Bile juice. That's why we are saying as a emulsified fat. Okay, let's see the next question.
Sir, can you repeat the functions for anal sphincter?
Okay, yeah, sure. The function of anal sphincter is to regulate the passage of the digested food. You can write also. The function of anal sphincter is, right, anal sphincter. The function of anal sphincter is to regulate passage of digested food.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, let's move to the next question. There is a hormone which regulates the carbohydrate, protein, and fat metabolism in our body. Name the hormone and the gland which secrete it, and why it is important for us to have iodized salt in our diet. See, you have a clue also here, iodized salt. So can you connect this point with
the
that?
hormone is thyroxine and gland is thyroid gland.
Yeah, the name of the hormone is thyroxine hormone, and the name of the gland is thyroid gland. What is the location of thyroid gland? If you will see in our neck region, so you can see here Adam's apple, right? A protruding structure called Adam apple in your neck here. So here you can see a butterfly structure, a butterfly type structure where the thyroid gland is present. And why? And here it is written that why it is important for iodine regulation. So what will be the answer?
So it's necessary for the production of thyroxine.
It,
It is necessary for the production of
yeah,
thyroxine.
because iodine is necessary for the production of thyroxine. So the answer will be iodine, and iodine is important for production of thyroxine hormone. Okay, if there will be deficiency of thyroxine hormone, which disease the patient or the person will get?
Goiter.
Goiter.
Okay, it's goiter. And one more question related to this, that it is asked sometime, the person who are living near the coastal areas, right? And the person who are living near on the mountainous area. So which persons are more to the goiter?
The
Mountainous.
person living on the mountainous areas.
Yeah, the person who are living in the mountainous area, because they are just consuming salt, but the person who are living in the coastal area, they are getting enough iodine. And do you know
So
that the seafood are richest source of iodine? Yeah, seafoods are the richest source of iodine.
Sir, can you just tell why is like iodine important for thyroxine?
Yeah, sure. Actually, what happens, there is a mechanism behind this, which if you will pursue for the MBBS, right, in the UG, there you will able to know that the whole cycle and the mechanism in which iodine helps to regulation of thyroxine hormone.
Okay, sir.
Mhm. Okay, then now next question. What is written here? Next question is that the why is respiratory pigment needed in multicellular organism with a large body?
Because simple diffusion can't meet the requirements of all the cells in multicellular organism.
Yeah, that's nice. Very good. Can you tell me the name of that pigment?
Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin.
Yeah, it's a hemoglobin. And the color of a hemoglobin provides which what color to the blood?
Red.
Red.
Red. Okay. Then can you tell me that one hemoglobin can carry how many molecules of oxygen? One hemoglobin has 4 hands, so it can carry 4 oxygen once, right? So if it is asked that in MCQs or somewhere that one hemoglobin molecule can carry how many oxygen molecules, so the answer will be 4 molecules of oxygen. And hemoglobin is made up of two types of substance, that is heme plus globin. So globin is a type of protein and heme is what? Can you tell me what is heme? It's simply a form of iron. So iron plus protein is a composition of hemoglobin, which is red in color and helps in the transportation of oxygen. Now let's do the question that what is a respiratory pigment? So we will write that hemoglobin is a respiratory pigment needed in the multicellular organism because diffusion cannot fulfill the requirement of oxygen to all the cells or tissue of the body. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next part of this question is that you have to give the reason. Rings of cartilage are present in the thorax. Let me draw the diagram of the thorax. This is the area where this is what is the name of this area?
Trachea.
Yeah, trachea. So here also the cartilaginous rings are present. Why these rings are present?
To prevent the contraction of air passage.
Yeah, it can be to prevent to prevent the collapse. What happen when we breathe in? Then that time the area of this trachea will increase, but the time when we breathe out, what happens? They will try to shrink. So at that time, this C-shaped cartilage will help this trachea not to shrink, not to collapse. So, okay, and you can compare this trachea with that drainage pipe of washing machine. You can see that how it looks. Similarly, you can see the trachea also looks like that only. Okay. Okay. Then next question is lungs always contains a residual volume of air. Why?
So
Lungs,
that is enough amount for carbon dioxide and oxygen to be passed through it.
yeah, for the enough, yeah. Can you repeat the answer?
So that there's enough time for the release of oxygen, absorption of the carbon dioxide.
Yeah, they get enough time for the diffusion. For example, I'm making
Diffusion.
only a lungs. Okay, see lungs. There are some amount of air is in this present. Air is left in this lung. So what happens? Okay, can you tell me the unit of lungs or the smallest structure present inside our lungs?
Alveoli.
Yeah, that is alveoli, and alveoli helps in the exchange of gas. In next question only, we are going to discuss that only. So next question is that diaphragm flattens and rib are lifted up when we breathe in. See, in the diagram you can see during inhalation, what is happening here? The diaphragm is inflattened. And you can see the pressure inside the lungs is increased, right? So the
Yes.
diaphragm flattens and rib are lifted up when we breathe in, and pressure and the area of lungs increases. Area of lungs increases. Clear? And the last question, wall of alveoli contains an extensive network of blood vessels. Wall of alveoli. As you told, that alveoli is the unit of a lungs. Alveoli resemble the bunch of grapes, right? I'm making only single alveoli. And if I am writing a single alveoli, we will call it as alveolus. So what happens? Nearby alveoli, there are so many blood vessels. So many blood vessels. So they provide what? They provide extra surface area for the exchange of gas, in which what happens? For example, I'm just zooming this area. See, this is a alveoli, and you assume that this is a blood vessel, okay? From this blood vessel, what happens? Red blood cells continuously passing, and you guys know the process of diffusion, right? In diffusion, what happens? Which type of substance move from which gradient to which? Can you tell me? From
High
higher
concentration to low concentration.
from higher concentration to from higher concentration to lower concentration. Lower concentration. So what will happen when we will inhale? So amount of oxygen will be more, and the amount of the carbon dioxide will be less inside our alveoli. But in the blood vessel, if you will see, the amount of oxygen will be low. So what will happen? The oxygen will be automatically transfer from alveoli to the blood cells, and hemoglobin will help in this. What hemoglobin will do? One hemoglobin will carry the 4 molecules of oxygen, and it will run from here to the different body parts. So in this way, oxygen will be exchanged, and same way the carbon dioxide will be exchanged, because the concentration of carbon dioxide will be more in this blood, because these blood are coming from where? These bloods are coming from the organs, right? So the concentration of the carbon dioxide is more in the blood, and the concentration of the carbon dioxide less in the alveoli. So the carbon dioxide will move into the alveoli, and by the process of exhalation, these carbon dioxide will be released into the atmosphere. Clear? Any doubt in this question?
No.
Okay. Then I think we can have a 5 minute break, then we can again continue. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello everyone, please come back everyone. Okay, can we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, screen is visible to all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is from the chapter environment, right? In
Yes, sir.
which
Yes.
what is written here that plant is eaten by deer and deer is eaten by lion. So in the given food chain, what will be the impact of removing all the organism of second trophic level on the first and third trophic level? What will be the impact of removing all the organism of second trophic level? Means we are removing the second trophic level, means we are removing the deer from here. And so what will be the impact of plant and what will be the impact on lions? So your answer A. So what will be the impact on plant?
Sir, if deers are not there, then the plants will grow excessively. There
Yeah,
will be no limit to the growth. And the lions, which are the carnivores, they eat deer, so they'll starve since there's shortage of animals.
yeah. In the first case, plant number of plant will increase, okay? Plant will be increase, but deer, there is no deer, so the lion will not able to eat. But there is an alternate option also. But according to the question, lion will starve. So the number of lion will be decrease. Okay, then it's correct. And the next question is, will the impact be the same for the organism of third trophic level in the above food chain if they were present in a food web? There is a point written food web, so you will have to be careful about this. Food web यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ. Then what this mean?
Means
You know about
there are more than one food chain present in the food web.
Yeah, correct. Very good. So food web is a stable, right? So if there is no deer, but the lion can eat something else also. He can eat lion can eat zebra or what? Go for the rabbits. So what will be the answer? No, there will be no impact. What is written here? Will the impact be the same for the organism? So what will be the answer? No,
mm,
there will be no impact. And the next question, we have to justify, means we have to give the reason also. So we can write that no, as the organism, we can what we can write? As the organism of the level will find alternate food. It may be zebra or rabbit or something else. And the lion will not starve to death. So food web is a more stable. So we can write that food web is more stable. Food web is more stable. Food web is more stable. Understood, everybody?
yes, sir.
Okay. And can we move to the next question? There's or. You can write this question or this question, but now we will discuss all the questions. So in the next question, what is written? There is a gas X, which is deadly poison is found at the higher level of atmosphere and perform an essential function. Okay, let's see what that essential function. Then you have to name the gas and write the function performed by this gas in the atmosphere, which chemical is linked to the decrease in the level of this gas, and what measures have been taken by the international organization to check the depletion of the layer containing this gas. Are you getting clues? Any clue from this question? What question want to ask?
So ozone, the gas.
Carbon monoxide.
Uh, let me see. Yeah, there is a gas which is deadly poison. Okay, it is a poisonous. It is poison. So it may be ozone or CFC both. But the next question, what is asking that name the gas and write the function performed by this gas in the atmosphere. So CFC is present in the atmosphere? No, but ozone is present in the atmosphere, right? So the X will be ozone. And the second question is, which chemical is linked to the decrease in the level of the gas? So,
CFCs.
CFC.
yeah, very good. That's a CFC. What is the full form of CFC?
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Chlorofluorocarbon. What happens? This CFC breaks down the ozone. CFC breaks down to ozone into oxygen plus free radical oxygen. And so CFC is reducing the ozone, but we know that ozone is so much important for us because ozone helps in the filtration of what?
UV rays from the sun.
UV rays from sun.
Ozone helps in the filtration of UV rays. And what will happen if the UV rays come to the earth and will fall on our skin? What type of disease we will get?
Skin cancer.
Skin cancer.
Skin related.
Cataract too.
Yeah, very good. Skin cancer and any
Cataract.
cataract also. Yeah, it's very important. Cataract and skin related disease. Skin related disease, especially skin cancer or eczema and all. And third question is written here that what measures have been taken by international organization to check the depletion of layer of containing this gas? So what will be the answer? First of all, which gas is responsible for the depletion of ozone? That is CFC, right? So we have to reduce the use of CFC. So can you tell me the use of CFC in our day-to-day life?
So refrigerators mostly.
Yeah,
So reducing CFC made refrigerators, manufacturing refrigerators which do not contain CFC free refrigerators.
Yeah. And second one is air conditioner also. So these two appliances contain CFC. So what we will have to do, we have to manufacture these appliances without CFC so that we can save the ozone layer. Clear?
Sir, why do we need CFCs in refrigerators and in conditioners?
Actually, a CFC is a type of coolant which provides cooling effect and helps in the freezing of ice.
Okay, sir.
Simply in class at class 10th level, you can know that a CFC act as a coolant. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. This question is from the human reproduction. Name the 3 techniques or devices used by the human females to avoid pregnancy. Mention the side effects also. So what is the name of the technique by which we can avoid the pregnancy?
Taking pills.
Yeah, the first can be taking pills.
Yeah.
So what will be the side effect of taking pills?
Like the menstruation, it can be affected.
Yeah, because pill contains the hormones, right? So only menstruation is depend on hormones only. So if we are taking pills, it will fluctuate the level of hormone and it will alter the menstruation and other reproductive issues. So taking pill is a one method, and the side effect will be what will be the side effect? We can write it as that it will alter the level of hormones.
So can tubectomy be also considered, as it's also saying techniques?
Yeah, tubectomy will also consider as a technique, but it is a permanent method. Then we can write this also. There are two types of method of contraception, right?
Yeah.
Contraception means, okay, let me tell you. Screen share. Okay, sorry. My screen was not visible to you or what?
No, sir, it was visible.
Okay.
It is visible.
Okay, see, there are the two types of contraception. That is
Sir,
one.
now it's like not visible.
Yeah, I stopped the sharing. That's why.
Okay, sir.
So there are two types of contraception. One is a permanent method. One is temporary method. So as you told that tubectomy or vasectomy is for males only. So tubectomy means what we are doing in that. You can assume, imagine the structure of that fallopian tube. What we do, we cut the fallopian tube into two parts and we tie up. So what will happen? Egg will not able to travel from ovary to fallopian tube. So there will be no fertilization. So there will be no baby, right?
Yes, sir.
And other methods are the temporary method, which are used for a while, in which you pills method and the gel methods, and we can use the IUCDs. What is the full form of IUCD? Intra,
Intrauterine
yeah,
contraceptive device.
very good. It's intrauterine contraceptive device. And fourth one is barrier method. Okay, let's go to the question. Fourth one is barrier method. So, three techniques. The first will be taking pills. Second technique can be, we can write using IUCD, intrauterine contraceptive device. You should know the full form of this, okay? So I'm writing here, you guys also write intrauterine,
Sir, will the full form be asked in the exam?
maybe in the MCQs also.
Okay, sir.
Intrauterine contraceptive device. And the example will be copper T. Copper T. So what we do, this is a copper T. It looks like a T-like structure, like this, copper T. And this device is inserted into the female's uterus. And it's like just a metal, small metal type structure. It is a T shape. So when it will be inserted into female uterus, it causes irritation. So what will the side effect of this intrauterine device? First one is it will cause irritation. And second can be sometimes in some female heavy bleeding is also seen. Heavy bleeding. Okay, these are the side effect of IUCDs. And third option is we can write tubectomy. In tubectomy, what we do? We cut the fallopian tube. Okay, guys, can you tell me the another name of fallopian tube?
Oviduct?
Fallopian duct.
Yeah, very nice. It's oviduct. Because in exam, what happen? You can see the name fallopian tube as or oviduct. So don't get confused. Both are the same things. So what happen in this? In tubectomy, what we do? I'm making a diagram of female reproductive system, okay? Only half, I'm making the half diagram. So this is ovary and this is the oviduct. What happens? Egg is released from ovary and it travels from fallopian tube. So what we are doing, we are cutting from here only. So what will happen? There will be a jam. So no egg will travel to the uterus, so there will be no fertilization. But what are the side effects? During surgery, there are chances of infection, right? So we can write here the side effect of the tubectomy, infection.
So how is that infection caused?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
So how is that infection caused though?
Infection.
Yeah, how does it happen?
Okay. Actually, it is not in all the females, but what happens when we are cutting this area, we are cutting with the help of instrument, blade or some scissors, surgical knife. So during that process, if that female is not that much healthy or she's not taking that much of nutrient, mainly for the growth of muscles, what type of nutrient we need?
Protein.
Protein, right? If she's not taking that much of if she's not taking that much of protein or if she's not taking the medicines properly, so in that case, may infection happens. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. Then the next question is what will happen if in a female, first fertilization take place and second if the egg is not fertilized? What will happen if the fertilization will take place?
If the fertilization takes place, then the embryo gets implanted in the uterus and starts growing and pregnancy occurs.
Yeah, very nice. When the fertilization will take place, that means zygote will form and it will develop into the embryo. Okay, and baby will develop, right? And the second one is that an egg is not fertilized. What will happen if the egg is not fertilized?
The lining of the uterus will break down and will come out with blood as menstrual bleeding.
Yeah, what happens here? That you know that each month one egg is released, right? So when egg travels from fallopian tube, it reaches to the uterus. If it is not fertilized, it releases a hormone called progesterone. And progesterone degenerates the lining of the uterus. And this degeneration of lining is on menstrual cycle. Important menstrual cycles. So this question, go through this because the reproduction chapter is so important in NEET also in junior classes also. You can you will always see one question from this chapter, most probably 4 or 5 marks question. Okay, now let's focus to the next question. Draw a diagram of a spore forming in a rhizopus. What is the common name of rhizopus?
Bread mold.
Bread mold.
Bread mold. Have you seen, you guys?
Yes,
Dekha?
sir.
Where?
Like I left it bread like on a fridge, I
Uh-huh.
guess. Then like it started developing some kind of strange something.
Okay, I will tell you a story that uh, during summer vacation, what happened? My last day of school, I came from school and I left the chapati in my box only. When my mom opened that box after 2 days, she saw some fungus. Since she scolded me also that what is this? So at that time, I saw that bread mold. Okay, now see the diagram of this bread mold. This is the diagram of a bread mold. This is the part spores. This is sporangium. Sporangium is a part. Sporangium is a part where spores develop, and these are the roots of this bread mold called hyphae. So the question is asked here, the name the reproductive part and the non-reproductive part of bread mold. So can you tell me the reproductive part?
Sporangia.
This
Orangia.
is this is a layer of bread, and this is a sporangium. They are just like a seed only, spores. So this sporangium bursts, and these spores come out, and wherever these spores will fall, a new bread mold will grow.
Sir, when and how will the sporangia burst?
Actually, what happens? For the growing of this sporangium, they need a particular condition. Okay, like in which condition a fungus will grow?
It's a moist surface.
In
Moist.
moist and humid condition, right? So when they will get the moist and humid condition, they will grow. And the time will come when this sporangium will be fully matured. And after that, what happened? The layer of this sporangium will burst. So from there, the spores will come out after the full maturation of sporangium.
Okay.
Same as in human beings also. What is the time of pregnancy? How many months a mother keep a baby inside her womb?
9 months. Something.
Approximately 9 months.
9 months? Approximately. So after 9 months, the baby is delivered. Same way in this fungus also, a time comes when the sporangium get matured and spores are ready to come out from the sporangiums. Until that, at that time, this will burst and will release the spores. Okay, then let's move to the next question. Why does rhizopus not multiply on a dry slice of bread? Dry slice of bread.
Because like rhizopus needs a moist surface, and the dry slice of bread does not have any moisture.
Yeah, of course. Right. Because rhizopus is a fungus, and fungus need a moist and humid surface. Humid surface. So dry bread will not provide that situation to that. Okay. I think this is the second last question, or okay, this is the last question from genetics, and this chapter is also very important. And see, Mendel worked out the rule of heredity. Who is Mendel?
The father of genetics.
Father of genetics. Okay. Worked out the rule of heredity by working on a garden pea. Garden pea. What is the scientific name of garden pea? I'm giving only the hint.
Pisum sativa.
Yeah, very nice. It's a Pisum sativum. Because we are studying in class 10, so we should know, right now. Because after that you will go to the 11th class, so there is a lot of use of these names. A number of visible contrasting characters. He constructed several experiments by making a cross. Which one or two pair contrast character? On the basis of this observation, he gave some ingredients. Now, the first question is that when Mendel crossed pea plant with a pure tall plant and a pure short plant to produce F1, which two observations were made by him in F1 plant? Can you tell me?
In F1 plant, all the plants were tall.
All the plants were
Tall.
tall. Why?
Because of the dominant trait. Tallness was a dominant trait and dwarfness was a recessive trait.
So heterozygous tall.
Yeah, very
All
nice.
of them are.
Because of okay, let's do a cross. Okay, here we can do, right? Okay, this is a gene in which both the alleles are dominant, right? And I'm taking another plant in which both the alleles are, sorry, both are recessive. So when I will cross this, I will get capital T and small t. Capital T, small t. Okay, what type of condition in this cell? Can you tell me? It's a homozygous or heterozygous?
Heterozygous.
Heterozygous, because both the alleles are different. One is capital, one is a small. But if I will talk about the phenotype means outer experience, sorry, observation, appearance, है ना? Phenotype. So what will the phenotype?
It will be tall.
It will be tall, because we can see the plant from outside only that it is tall, but from inside we can't see. For that we need some special instrument. So the first question, when Mendel crossed a pea plant with a pure tall and pure short characters to the produce F1, which two observations were made by him? So what we can write? What we can write that all the plants are tall, no short plants were formed, right?
Yes, sir.
All tall plants. And second one is no short plant. Then next question, write one difference between dominant and recessive trait.
Dominant
What
trait
we can write for dominant trait?
is a trait that can express itself in the presence of a contrasting character.
And for recessive,
It's a trait that cannot express itself in the presence of a
yeah, nice. In dominant trait, we can write that, that a single copy of trait, that is dominant trait, can express itself, right? And
Yes,
in
sir.
recessive, what we can write?
It cannot express itself.
They cannot express itself. In there is a small t, it cannot express itself. It need a small t with it, right?
Yes, sir.
Then only this character will be expressed. And the next question is, in a cross with two pair of contrasting character, that is round and yellow. Here capital words denotes the dominant, and the small tells us about the recessive character, right? So round and yellow is the dominant character, and wrinkled and green is a recessive character. So Mendel observed four types of combination in F2 generation. By which method did he obtain the F2 generation? And write the ratio of the parental combination obtained, and what conclusion were drawn from its experiment? Very important question.
Sir, the method used was dihybrid cross.
Okay, dihybrid cross, but there is a method in which we can say when pure parent plants are crossed, what is the name of that method? Self
Self-pollination.
pollination.
Yeah, self-pollination.
Cross or self-pollination, both are same only. So the method will be self-pollination, and he used dihybrid method in which he observed that 9 seeds were round and yellow, 3 seeds were green and round, 3 seeds were wrinkled and yellow, and 1 seed was wrinkled and green. So what will be the ratio? 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. And at last it is written, what conclusion drawn from this experiment?
We can draw that the recessive traits are inherited by the plants, but they're not expressed in the F1 generation.
Yeah, this is also a point. And second one is that you can see that all here the characters yellow and green, yellow and round, and here you can see the wrinkled and green. They are mixing randomly. There is no assurity that what will be formed. So it can also be said as that traits are traits are inherited independently, right?
Yes. Sir, can we just write the law of independent assortment in place?
Yeah, you can write there.
Okay, sir.
And the last question, that is justify the statement if possible. As you said, the same we can write there. Okay, what can you repeat the answer?
Um, in the F1 generation, both the traits are inherited, but only the dominant trait is expressed. However, in the F2 generation, both the traits were expressed. So like it's possible that trait is inherited, but it may not be expressed.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, and I think this was the last question of this session. And finally, लोगों ने finish कर लिया. So guys, please can you turn on your cameras for 2 minutes only? Then we. Thank you, Habib, Hitansh, and everyone, please. Thank you, Lalita. Okay, today's 18. Almost it's finished only. You guys have only one day, right? 19. And on 20th, you have science exam. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So, how's your preparation? It's good, I think. Yeah. So, you have only one day. So, revise smartly and don't go for the new topics. So, okay. And I will suggest that sleep well, stay hydrated. Don't go for the junk foods. बाहर का कुछ नहीं खाना है क्योंकि एग्जाम हॉल में दिक्कत हो जाएगा फिर. And try to reach early at exam hall. ओके एंड स्टे मोटिवेटेड एंड सोना बिल्कुल जरूरी है. ये नहीं कि रात भर जग के पढ़ना है, पता चला सब भूल गए. ओके ओके देन ऑल द बेस्ट एवरीवन फॉर द अपकमिंग साइंस एग्जाम.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay guys, you can leave. Okay, bye bye, take care everyone.
Thank you, sir.